Hey, hello everyone, and welcome back to the show. This is doing it a new way to do it with Reese, and I am your host. So today I have several topics that I want to discuss. First, I want to discuss. I know sometimes I get to go in here and mix up my meanings and my words, but if I do, anytime, comment on it, and let me know what I said wrong, did wrong. Because when I look back at it, a lot of things I could have said more better than I said it first. Okay, so I had to get that part out. And plus, I'm still a little nervous every time I do this. I have to kind of geek myself up. But the first topic I would like to talk about today is our mayor. Did you get your warning too? What you think? See what I mean when you vote in tyrants? They just get worse. Now, if something goes on with your business that you had no control over, you can get fined and shut down. Who gives her the right to do that? What makes you think she has the right to shut your business down? Your business bring in revenue for this city. See, she should only have this one term and no other term after that. Because people like that, her and the governor, people like that are the worst people to have in government because they think they can run your life. Now she says she don't want to go back to the same levels. We never really had no really high levels. We hear about cases all the time, but I don't see nobody lined outside those hospitals, lined up that they can get tested or have to put into the hospital or anything. I don't see nobody lined up for that. But yet and still, you think this mayor thinks she has the right to tell you what you can and cannot do. See? But it's nobody's fault but your own. Because you keep voting in these people that think that they have some kind of right over us. We give them that right. They don't have a right over us. And the best she could do is ask. But I bet you a lot of you gonna agree with her. Because you're silly just like she is. What is making people do have 6 feet of distance, and what do that mean? Also, like the virus can't blow from over there from one person to the next. You people, see, I tell you, you're not thinking rationally. And I know I make people mad, but you are the same people that won't do any bit of research and believe just what somebody tells you. That's foolish. And you ought to be better than that. I'm not a highly educated man either, but I do a little research to find out what's going on. And just like I told you before, they got scientists that don't believe that the masses do anything. And they tell you to listen to the scientists. She's a pitiful mayor, and the city council is just as bad. They all need to be booted out, every last single one of them, including the police chief and the superintendent, because they're not doing anything to help stop the crime. They're not doing anything to help the people. Why haven't this mayor shortened the budget of the police department here? They're doing it all across the country, not every state, but it's making a movement. You know why? Because she needs the police here to be her strong arms. And remember, she's a black person too. But see how she talked to you? Like you're a little kid and need some kind of spanking or need some kind of stern reminder not to do what she told you not to do. Keep on voting these folks in and see what happens. Like I told you, it don't matter if they're Republicans or Democrats. It don't even matter. They all are scum of the earth. Now with that, I'm going back to why I originally uh, came on here today, and that's because I want to address this Officer Tatum guy. Now I saw him on TV the other day. I saw him on two videos that he made. One he made about the religious and how religious people he feel. See, because he was trying to be condescending and preyed on uh, YouTube. He may be a God fearing man, a praying man, but he's a phony man. And the ones that pray the most are the ones that are the biggest phoniest. Believe me, are the phoniest. You know. Now he gets back on TV and he talks about George Floyd again because that's his topic he has to talk about. People, excuse me, want to listen to that crap that he's spewing out, you know. And like I said before, when was he ever a menace to the black society or to the black community? Somebody email me or whatever. Show me the proof, Mr. Tatum. It's like I almost stated before. The man had a cocaine problem. So the only problem he was too was himself. Yeah, you have the incident where he came gunpoint, pointed a gun at a woman. Yes, and he should have paid for that. I believe he did pay for that. Did 4 or 5 years in prison, didn't he? But you're gonna claim the fact that he got out of prison, that he was still doing crime. What crime was he doing? People pass 40 money all day long. See, you so-called upstanding Americans or black Americans or whatever you want to call yourself, you're just another big phony. Instead of understanding that this man had a problem and probably needed help, you condemn him even more. How would you like somebody to do that to you, Mr. Tatum? Condemn you. Condemn the fact that you have a t-shirt outlet or a sportswear outlet and using that show to push those t-shirts. We can call that inhumane if you want to. Because to me, all it shows is that you're just out to get money. Yeah, everybody got to make a living, and you making your living. But you're doing the same as the white folks do. You make your living off the back of us, off our backs. Who buys your product? I bet you ain't no bunch of white people running to buy it. Well, maybe it is. I may be wrong about that. But I would say, I believe that probably the majority are black that buys your product. How much of it are you putting back into the community? How much of it are you donating to people that you know that needs the help? I bet you would say something like, well, hey, my responsibility. I'm sure you're going to say something like that. Because people like you always do. See, folks, it's not hard to call these type of people out. Because they're full of it. By the fact that, I'm guessing he used to be a police officer. I think I heard him mention that. You know, they already have a screwed up mentality on how they look at you and me, civilians. And even when they come out from being policemen, they still have that mentality. But they never talk about the crime that's perpetrated on our people every single day. But they can call out, one person that didn't have a stellar life and made mistakes. It's like I told you before, folks. He was in the middle. In the middle, they get the crappiest end of the stick. Because people feel like they can bear judgment on that person. Because either they haven't done it, or they haven't experienced it, or they haven't known people, we all know people that's went through that, but you really don't know them because you're not experiencing exactly what they experienced too. Yeah, he might have been weak. Does he deserve to die? Does he deserve for you to stomp on his grave? No, Mr. Tatum. Just like you wouldn't want nobody to stomp on your grave if you made a mistake. And though he made series of mistakes, we all make series of mistakes. Maybe they're not as bad as what the ones he's making. But you're the biggest mistake, and people like you who think like you are thinking somewhere down the line that you are better than they are, and you're not. I don't care if you had $100 or a $500 million. That doesn't make you better. Your morals are not higher than his morals was because you didn't know what his morals was. So what gives you the right to sit up and say to hundreds of, because I've seen your views, hundreds of thousands of people, that this was a bad man. He did bad things. It didn't make him a bad man. You got people in Congress that sit up here and behind Judges sitting behind their benches, and they're bad people through and through. They do bad things through and through, but they ain't got no criminal record. They pedophiles. They drug addicts. You know, they molest us. This man had a drug problem, but that warrants uh, you to degrade the man. I think you're a piece of crap, Mr. Tatum, because I don't like cussing. I know it slips out every now and then, but I hate to cuss on stuff. But I believe you're a piece of crap. That's my opinion of you. You're no better than he was, except you're still alive. Think about that one. Excuse me. My next one, of course, is Mr. Roland Martin, who like I say, I respect, but often disagree with him, and I disagree with this again. What makes you think, Mr. Roland, that listening to the scientists and the doctors has more validity than other scientists and doctors? Because these set of scientists will tell you, hey, wear your mask and social distance. These set of scientists will tell you, hey, you don't need that mask, you don't need the social distance. Herding will be better. But you have to call people stupid. And I know you tell people to F off. So, you know, it doesn't matter to me what you tell me, because I'm going to say what I have to say. And I'm not intimidated because I don't come on your show and I don't kiss your butt to come on there and spouse some of the crap I hear you and those people spouse. You know better. You know. I granted that I think you're a brilliant man, but after I saw what I saw today with you, with telling people they stupid, and just because that man caught COVID, you don't know how he caught that virus. You don't know if he had it before he got there or after he left. But to say he caught it because he was there, that's misinformation. You know it and I know it. Being at that rally didn't give it. You don't know if it gave that man COVID-19. But like I say, in order to get your views and get your attention, y'all stoop to say anything. And then you get mad at people who say anything. And you say anything. Granted, you're a very intelligent man, well spoken, all that, but there you go. You just like the rest. Like I tell you people, the Democrats are no different than the Republicans. They're feathers from the same bird. Even if that bird was black and white, it still would be the same feathers. They only have slight differences in their beliefs and their political goals. They only have slight differences. And it's not enough for one person or any people to just take one side. You have to weigh both sides. It's called a scale. It's a scale there, scale of justice, scale of everything. Even my sign is under the scale of justice, or the scale of equilibrium, wherever you want to say. So I don't understand when you say, because you don't bring up any opposite arguments against wearing the masks or about the social distancing. You only believe one thing, and you do exactly what the Republicans and the Democrats do. They try to get you to believe one narrative. Why don't you, if you want people to open up their mind, why don't you open up your mind, Mr. Roland, Mr. Martin? Is that too hard to ask? You sit on that show and you spew how you don't give a damn and F this person and F that, and you talk about how stupid and stuff silly. I think you say a couple of stupid and silly things today myself. Sometimes the most intelligent people say the dumbest things. And for you to tell people that they dumb for not wearing the mask, it's wrong. And I know you don't care, so I don't care. It's wrong. Are you supposed to be a leader, or are you just another follower? Because that's what it looks like to me. I thought you could be a leader, but it just seems like you just like the rest of them. You're following a political party. You're gonna follow this political party to the grave, aren't you? And you know that in your heart, you just know that it's the right thing to do. Too bad for you, Mr. Martin. I hope you much success, and I'll see you will get successful. But that ultimate goal that you probably going to try to reach for, you're not going to reach it because you're just like the other ones. Or then again, I may be wrong. I've known to be wrong. Then you may reach that ultimate goal, but it's not going to serve you any purpose because you're not really helping the black people. You're helping the black elite, the upper middle class black people that like your little smiles and jokes, and I even enjoy myself sometimes. But you're not real. Another one, not real. There's so many of you people out here. It's a shame. I don't know how our race could make it. I just don't see it happen. Not with people like you in this world. All right, and my third one is back to you know who, Miss Candace. So I saw this little rebuttal she had, you know, about how people reacted to her, and what she said about George Floyd and about this kind of stuff. It got almost 500,000 views. People love nonsense, don't you? You love it. You love somebody to steer you in a different direction when you be on the right road. And they say all they gotta do is say go left. Okay, I'll go left. Or go right. Okay, I'll go right. I'm so dumb. I gotta listen to one of the two because I know one is wrong and one is right. How could they? How it, can't they both be wrong? I don't hear no answers. But can't they both be wrong? Can't they both be going in the wrong direction? I guess not. Somebody has to be right, right? Folks, these people are going to lead us down a road of death and destruction. Keep on listening to them. The ones on the left and the ones on the right. Keep on listening to them. And I hear people say, well, what if we don't listen to them? Who we got? You got yourself, dummy. You got yourself where you can make a movement. You can create a movement where you don't have to be a Republican or a Democrat. You don't have to take a vote for one of the lesser evils. And I just don't understand why you don't do that. It's enough of us, you know. We don't have to be a black caucus or a Latino caucus. You can be the Black Revolutionary Party. But you're afraid, aren't you? You're afraid of what the white people are going to think, and the conservatives and the liberals. You're afraid of what they might try to do to you to stop you. And they will. They'll get together to stop you. See what they do to the Poor Independence Party. They don't have a shot. But if blacks came together, this time in a monolithic way, and created our own party, think we can get something out of that? It's worth a try, I would say, because what you're going to keep on doing? The Republican Party is going to turn into the Democratic Party. The Democrat Party is going to turn into the Republican Party, and it's going to go back and forth for what, the next 400 years? You folks need to wake up. You need to wake up. But back to Candace. So she gets on her show and spews a lot of crap, again about George Floyd. And she act like we care that she don't respect his martyrdom. Nobody gives a F if she cares about anything. She's nothing but a leg with a mouth. That's all she is. And she's often wrong about a lot of things. And I saw you, Mr. Tatum, made a video about how she crushed Mark Lamont. Only thing that she said that probably a lot of people agree with, is about the man saying that asking if a man can have a baby. We all know a man can't have a baby, But if some delusional fool wants to get their gender change from a woman to a man and say she's a man that had a baby, let them have it. Because they're the ones that's going to pay the ultimate price for that. Who are we to scorn? You see what I mean? It's been heretics throughout history. Even our own race is, well, people would say it's our own race that's being cursed by God. So, if a woman wants to change her gender, become a man, become a man, and gets inseminated in some kind of way to have a baby, you know, only in her mind, she's going to be the first man to have a baby, because we are going to know it's impossible. So for her, and for you to jump on that like she really did something, spectacular, it was a stupid question, and he gave a stupid answer. What was the point of even bringing it up? Because you refuse to call somebody what they want to be called, that's on you. You deal with that. We don't give a crap. I just believe in treating people with respect, no matter who or what they are. And if that was your meaning behind that, Miss Candace, it was a sorry meaning. But you feel like I'm gonna take this stand, I'm not gonna do it. Nobody gives a crap, lady. Only he does, because he's gay. The rest of us don't care. We have more important things to think about. And this other crappy claim that the LGTB is taking over the Black Lives movement. Wasn't it the founders gay? Or one of them was gay? They have a right to participate. And they get discriminated against too. By whites, blacks, and everybody else. Men, females. So they don't have a right to march either. It's not being taken over by the gay community. They just gain more power, and people like you are afraid of what really may happen or come out of this. You don't mean anybody any good. And you folks, and I'm gonna end this video, but you folks that sit around and think that she spews and people like her, are telling the truth, you're sadly mistaken. That's what I told you before. It's half truths. It's 1/3 truth, and 3/4 of a lie. That's what it is. That's what they do. And I don't care about her convictions or how strong she feel about anything, how much she read. If she still keep the same attitude that she keeps, she's a detriment to you people. If you don't want to believe me, just wait and see. Keep on following her. Keep on following people like her and see where it leads you. It's not going to lead you anywhere. How long you think it's going to be before people start turning on you? It wouldn't take long. And what do you think you're going to gain, you and the others, by constantly slapping our people in the face? More praise from white people? Because if that's what you're looking for, you're being very successful. You, Mr. Tatum, I don't understand Mr. Wrong, because I know he don't care about white people. But some of the things he says, I think, are detrimental to black people. And I know he cares, but like I said, a lot of people care and they do it the wrong way. And no, I don't have a means, just in case somebody want to talk crap, I don't have a means to help, except for this format I'm presenting to you right now. But something has to be said, because there's not enough of us out here saying, you're either on one side of the fence or you're the other. Why do you have to be on either or? You're going to vote for Biden or you're going to vote for Trump. Why do you have to vote for either or? There is a such thing as a write-in candidate. Come on, folks. They're keeping you distracted for a reason. They're keeping this disease active for a reason. But you want to think that no, it's just in the air and it's making a strong comeback because it's going through one person, coming out another, going, you know, poor fools. Well, I don't know how many views I may get on this video, but please, I want you to please subscribe, you know, and give me a comment, ring the bell, and let me know what do you think about what I say. Because I see I'm reaching some people, but I'm not reaching enough people. Maybe I'm not exciting enough or tell enough jokes or put people down enough. But my goal here is to tell you the truth, people. I don't have a fancy way of presenting it. So, with that, you have a good day. Take care of each other. And God bless. Bye bye.